Thank you, Johann. Like Wayne, I was approached by Johann personally, and Johann's commitment, his enthusiasm, his vision really has the ability to mobilize people into action. And I had not heard about sport development. I didn't know what it meant. But he said, you got to come to Africa, you got to come to Eritrea and see what we're doing. And so I flew to Africa. My little girl was only 9 months old, and it was a life-changing experience. I didn't know how sport development worked, but we went into a refugee camp called Lafa on the in Sudan, on the border of Eritrea, where there were many Eritrean refugees. And I remember pulling into the camp. We were working with the UNHCR at the time, and seeing all the children outside the refugee camps and outside their tents, and they were just standing around. They were just standing around doing nothing. And we went into the camp, and within a couple days created some sports programs there. We left some coaches there to work within the camp, and after 3 days we created a sports festival. And particularly the girls were reluctant to participate, and their parents, their mothers, were very reluctant to have the girls participate in soccer, a sport that I don't play very well. But we got out on the field, and we tried to play some soccer. And I'll tell you, these girls had never, ever kicked a ball before. Some of these girls had never touched a ball before. And we got, about 25 of them out there on the field. There were really no rules. I don't think nobody was reffing. And for the first time, they were running after balls and kicking these balls. And you could just see them being transformed. And right in that moment, I got what sport development really is. I mean, sport development is reintegrating play into the lives of refugee children, reintroducing play and sport into the most disadvantaged children of the world. And I think growing up in Canada, as Wayne mentioned, I mean, we have so much opportunity. I was given the opportunity to pursue this obscure sport, rowing, for 10 years, and to realize my dreams in that sport, and I got so much out of it. And it's just so exciting and motivating to be able to share that with other people. And I think I just want to speak just very briefly about Johann and his vision and his, sport development. Really, nobody had really heard about it. I mean, Johann practically invented it. And, I think initially people said, well, sport in refugee camps, but sport is the biggest bang for your buck that you can give to kids, because you take a soccer ball, you bring a couple coaches over there, and all of a sudden kids are forgetting about their experience as child soldiers for the moment that they're playing the sport. And I remember in Lafa, where I was for several days, a little boy came up to me. He was about 11, and through a translator he said to me, this is the first time, he'd just been playing soccer for about half an hour, and he said to me, this is the first time I haven't been angry in years. And I think that's the power of sport. So I'm just delighted to be involved, and I just thank Johann for having so much vision, and Wayne for coming on board and bringing the attention that this cause so much needs.